Welcome, everybody. Please remain standing, and we ask that our senior choir members join the choir at this time. Our Army Corps Junior ROTC Color Guard will now present the colors. Junior ROTC Cadet Captain Janessa Lamptey will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, and the Palisades Choir will sing the Star-Spangled Banner.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the signing of the Star-Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
You may be seated. Good afternoon. I am the student body president, Alexa Hill, and I will be presiding over this afternoon's graduation ceremony. As a reminder, please mute all cell phones and electronic devices and remain seated during the ceremony. On behalf of our senior class, I am proud to welcome our parents, brothers, sisters, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and extended family members, school staff members, and our guests to share this very special event with us. Thank you for the time and interest you have in our futures. I have the honor of introducing our stage guests. When I introduce you, please stand and remain standing. Please hold your applause until all guests have been called. CMS School Board Member-at-Large, Ms. Lenora Shipp. CMS School Board Member-at-Large, Dr. Monty Witherspoon. CMS School Board Member representing District 2, Ms. Thelma Byers-Bailey. Deputy Superintendent, Dr. Melissa Balknight. Chief Compliance Officer, Dr. Scott McCulley. Southwest Learning Zone Superintendent, Mrs. Nicolette Grant. You may be seated. Also joining us on stage is our Mr. Eric Olajarsik, Palisades High School Principal. Ms. Danielle Dix, Palisades High School 12th grade Assistant Principal. Mrs. Elise Pearson, Palisades High School 11th grade Assistant Principal, here on spirit in maternity leave. Dr. Michael Turner, Palisades High School's Interim Assistant Principal for Ms. Pearson. Ms. Tamarla Adams, Palisades High School's 10th grade Assistant Principal. Mr. Jonathan Lamb, Palisades High School's 9th grade Assistant Principal. Ms. Coretta Wilson, Palisades High School's Dean of Students. Mrs. Natalie Collis, Facilitator and Name Reader. And Ms. Erica Boehm, Facilitator and Name Reader. You may be seated. Thank you for your attendance and participation in our graduation ceremony. Just this week, our valedictorian and salutatorian for the class of 2024 were selected. Fu Ta is our valedictorian and will be attending Harvard, majoring in history and government. Woo! Sian Chen is our salutatorian and will be attending Princeton, majoring in international and public relations, concentrating on economics. Congratulations to you both. Please join me in welcoming salutatorian Sian Chen to the podium to deliver the salutatorian address.
I have 2 minutes to give the speech. 2 minutes out of the 127,080 minutes we shared at Palisades High. Well, I cannot merely summarize our experience in a speck of time, and I cannot speak on the experiences of our diverse first graduating class. 2 minutes is adequate for the 2 messages I hope will be as valuable to you as it is to me. The first message is a Chinese proverb my family always emphasized in times of doubt and uncertainty. 是金子总会发光的. Or in other words, gold will always shine. This proverb guides us to shine a path even when the ground is muddy and reminds us that if we value ourselves holistically, we will persevere. For many of us, coming to Palisades felt like being a freshman for the 3rd time, filled with questions and unanswered. Can we use the pool? What is the E-Hall pass? Who is that? Well, I would say our high school path was foggy and filled with uncertainty. There was no path. As the pioneers of Palisades High, we had a taste of what it means when there's no relevant expertise for what is next. No matter how intelligent we were, all we recognized was the orange staircase and what time the lunch period may be. The years ahead may feel the same as we find ourselves walking with the change of time, technology, and culture. However, I hope we find ourselves surrounded by family, friends, coworkers, and classmates who will value us and remind us that we are gold and we will shine in the direction we walk in. The second message is a phrase that I learned that has pushed me to learn more: qualitative over quantitative. Here is a spreadsheet of all my test scores that I gatekeep since my sophomore year of high school. For years, we have heard the questions, what did you get? SAT, ACT, AP Psychology, 115 question midterm. Sometimes we'll act like we weren't disappointed, and sometimes we'll act like we aren't proud of what we have accomplished. As you go on to accomplish more things, I hope it's not others who humble you, but you who humble yourself. People will not remember us by our test scores, how much we make, how old we are after we reach the age of 21. We are how hard we work, how kind we are, and how we walk inside a room filled with strangers. As a part of the first graduating class, I am proud of every one of us who has stepped foot into the school and left a mark physically, spiritually, and mentally. I know this may be the first time some of you have heard my voice, yet this is the last time I'll share the stadium with you. As high school slowly fades into just a memory, I wish every one of you well onto the next part of your journey. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sian Chen, for those words of encouragement. Please join me in welcoming our senior student speaker, senior class representative, Nadia Cisse.
Good afternoon, families, friends, faculty, and most importantly, the senior class of 2024. It is my honor to represent my resilient class on this stage today. I want to especially thank my mother. Everything I am and everything I will be is because of the sacrifices you have made for me. It's one thing to transfer to a new school. It's a completely different thing to open up a school with no culture or identity, just hundreds of students from different schools and backgrounds. You just being you gave this school life. You all turned a beautiful building into a fully functional high school. Without a blueprint or a model, we were keenly aware of our imperfections and how we compared to neighboring schools. We embraced the challenge of being the new kid on the block. Huge responsibility came with being the first, and we all carried it very well. Our sports teams changed the narrative and ended their respective seasons at the top of our conference. Our academic clubs have competed nationally, more often than not, bringing trophies home. Our arts programs have received superior ratings in numerous competitions. Our legacy also extends far beyond the walls of this school. Many of us have juggled responsibilities outside of this classroom, Each of these experiences have shaped us into the resilient individuals we are today, and they serve as a testament to our strength and determination. High school graduation is more of a beginning than an ending. As much as we have overcome, including starting our high school years during a global pandemic, we have only seen a fraction of what life has in store for us. Whether you are pursuing higher education, joining the military, entering the workforce, or embarking on new adventures, let us approach each opportunity with the same boldness and enthusiasm that we brought to our high school experience. Everyone in this room is a trailblazer, and I implore you all not to forget this as we enter the real world. Never be afraid to start something new, to build a foundation, to be the first. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nadia, for those words of encouragement. At this time, would the as mentioned earlier, our valedictorian of the class of 2024, I'm so sorry. At this time, would the senior members of the choir please move to their spots for the Palisades Symphony and Chamber Singers will be now performing our alma mater and For Good by Stephen Schwartz.
said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you.
Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
It well may be that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made of what I've learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart.
And now whatever may our stories end, I know you have rewritten my being my friend. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind of the sea, like a seed dropped by a skybird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? Because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you laid me for. But then I guess we know there's blame to share, and none of it seems to matter anymore.
Like a comet past orbit as it passes us through, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood.
Who can say if I've been changed for the better?
I do believe I have been changed for the better.
Because I knew you, because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
Let's give one more round of applause for our amazing arts programs. As mentioned earlier, our valedictorian of the class of 2024 is Fu Ta. Please join me in congratulating and welcoming Fu to the podium to deliver our valedictorian address.
Hello, everyone. So I've spent the last couple of days, weeks, months, and quite frankly, years, thinking about what I might say to you all if I had the chance to stand here today. And after a lot of thinking, I've decided to ask you all one simple question. How do you want to be remembered? You might want to be remembered as that academic weapon, or that kid who had an amazing humor, or the kid who played a pivotal role in the foundation of this school. Well, unfortunately, I'm here to tell you that your story will be minimized, oversimplified, and misrepresented by the people around you. You might be remembered as that kid who always skipped class instead of the kid who was a creative genius. You might be remembered as that kid who fell down the stairs and broke their leg instead of being a crazy intellectual. Either way, your story is easily mischaracterized by our society, and sometimes not even for bad things. Me, I'll probably be remembered as that kid who went to Harvard. I know, how terrible. But the point is, that doesn't define who I am or my story. In fact, I'm someone who loves splurging money on food, who has a peanut allergy that everyone likes to make fun of, who literally never sleeps, who's a huge Swiftie, and who loves listening to their friends when they need help. And I say all that to you because at the end of the day, nobody else knows your story like you do. So don't waste your time worrying about how people will remember you. Focus on how you will remember yourself. You don't have to be the student who always got low test scores. You can be the student who was always there for your friends. You don't have to be the student who got rejected from their dream school. You can be the kid who bounced back and grew stronger. Either way, now it's up to you to write the narrative of your story. So don't let anyone else write it for you. So I'll leave you all with this. The story of us might be ending soon, but the story of you is just beginning now. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. First, I would like to say thank you to the friends, family, faculty, administration, honored guests, and everyone here for being here this afternoon to celebrate with the class of 2024. On this very special day in our lives, it's the day where we move on to the next step after high school. We graduate and we become the first Puma alumni, the start of a vast network of individuals throughout the world who will be united by the purple and teal of Palisades High School. Today is the day we thank our friends and family and teachers for being here with us and supporting us throughout these years. We also thank all the other people in our lives who have helped us get here today. At this time, I would like to ask our principal, Mr. Eric Olajarczyk, to come forward to this podium to address the class of 2024 and for the Presidential of Diplomas.
Good afternoon, Palisades High School community. Today marks the culmination of a community vision that manifested 20 years ago. 1 year of planning, 2 years of operation, 12 years of public education for you, our seniors. Today we graduate the first ever senior class at Palisades High School. A graduating class, I might add, that had earned over $7.8 million in scholarship opportunities. I would like to start by thanking family members and guardians. Without your commitment to our seniors, we would not be able to celebrate this special day. I also wish to thank our teachers, coaches, counselors, administrators, and staff members who work tirelessly to provide the best possible education for our students. The opportunity to be the first graduating class of Palisades High School provided you with a great lesson. You began by having to decide whether you would stay at your previous school or enroll in a new school. I'm sure that you had faced uncertainty, anxiety, and excitement. Leaving what you know for something completely different is not easy, but ultimately you succeeded. You faced a unique challenge that most people will never face. In August of 2022, halfway through your high school career, you walked into a new school in a new building with a culture that was in its infancy. Not only were you charged with finishing your last 2 years of school, but you also had an important role in shaping Palisades High School and what it means to be a Puma. And I've talked about what it means to be a Puma. You've heard me several times, and you've done that. No classes at Palisades will ever have that opportunity again. Today we celebrate a momentous occasion, a rite of passage, and a milestone. Tomorrow you start the rest of your lives. Just as you had the opportunity of going to a new school and helping to shape Palisades into what you wanted it to be, now you will have the opportunity to shape, mold, and write the story of your adult life. Seize this moment with intentionality. Utilize the lessons that you have learned at PHS and reflect on what has served you well and what hasn't. Implement time-tested principles and actions because in general, they will not fail you. Some of these include working hard, doing your best every day, being resilient, practicing empathy, knowing your beliefs and values, treating people with kindness, and facing your fears. Research shows that 91% of our fears and worries never come true. If you implement these principles with fidelity, the sky is truly the limit for you. Class of 2024, congratulations to you. Relish in this moment as you close one chapter in your life and prepare for the next. Seize the opportunity to write the next chapter in your life the way that you want it to be. I am proud of each and every one of you, and I am extremely honored to have had the opportunity to open up Palisades High School with you. Thank you. And now, if the junior marshals will take their place, we will present the diplomas to the class, the first class of Palisades High School 2024.
Natalia Walker. Erensen Mejia Núñez. Lisbeth Abarca Ríos. Jordan Abdullah. Carol Acosta Bernal. Jennifer Acosta Bernal. Elijah Adams. Khalid Adam. London Allen. Xavier Allen. Sana Aligood. Hector Alvaranga Esquivel. Regina Álvarez Osorio. Esmeralda Anaya. Shalasia Anderson. Jaquasia Anthony. Jeremiah Anderson. Michael Anderson. Ryan Arias. Kelfie Armstrong. Vinay Adkins. Caleb Awashika. Franklin Enrique Ayala Barrera. Andrea Baez Rodriguez. Manasia Bailey. Trinity Bailey. Emily Baker. Emily Vanegas Reyes. Caroline Bankos. Frederick Barnes. Lariah Batson. William Basinger. Margaret Beam. Michael Belk. James Bellamy. Michaela Benjamin. Khadijah Bennerman. Caden Betts. Jackson Boberg. Deshaun Bowler. Isaiah Bonaparte. Samuel Bonilla Mendoza. Naomi Bonney. Michael Buzeler. Lucas Bowden. Gabrielle Boyce. Joshie Boyd. Layla Boyd. Josiah Brooks. Soleil Brown. Corey Brown. Jaden Brown. Jaden Brown. Fat Boy. Andres Bundy. Kenneth Burks. Noah Burnett. Kennedy Burton. Raina Burra. Sincere Callahan. Isabela Camargo Fernandez. Ricardo Canellas. Ross Carter. Andrew Cuddle. Brandon Anceron Leyva. Monica Suscon. Charlie Chavis. Cian Chen. Josue Chicas. Ava Childress. Antonio Salburn. Miracle Coney. Skylar Connell. Josiah Cook. Adonaiah Crawford. Montavia Crisco. Nathaniel Crockett. Sophia Kutcher. Anthony Davis. Tyler Deshaun Davis. Caleb Diabru. Madison Dent. Zoe DeWalt. Nancy Dieng. Yang Doan. Chasten Doby. Tiana Douglas. Mackenzie Douglas. Anaí Dubón Alarcón, Cameron Dundee, Edwin Durán García, Rubén Durán Villamar, Hayden Ekman, Lansky Edney, Latrice Edwards, James Ellis, Meshach Ellis, Ronald Emerson, Sana English, Alejandro Espinosa, Nyla Etherly, Enrique Evangelista Villamar, Jada Farmer, Shanae Ferguson, Chris Flores, Lamaya Ford Reed, Riley Florine, Carmen Francis, Marcus Freeman, Rafael Fuentes Suarez, Sabina Godiva, Jonathan Garcia Lara, Katie Garcia Peña, Tamia Garcia, Javon Gaskin, Savion Gaskin, Gregory Gaylor, Shamelis Herena, Margaret Gibson, Trinity Gilbert, Sharon Gals, Natalia Giraldo Ubaque, Lyndon Godwin, Kayla Golden, Jalen Graham, Matthew Gonzambe, Christian Groom, Angela Guevara Rodriguez, Lauren Gunning, Cohen Gutierrez, Chelsea Hager, Ruth Hailu, Jaden Handog, Sana Harris, and Thomas Huck.
Terrence Hayes, Samia Henry, Samir Henry, Carlos Hernandez, Richard Hernandez, Alex Herrera, David Herrera Correra, Jair Hai, Malik Hickman, Alexa Hill, Jaden Himes, Malcolm Hinton, Maya Holness, Ahmad Holmesy, Nashim Hopkins, Robert Hovestad, Colin Howard, Keon Howard, Andy Warkaya, Jay Hudson, Keon Ingram, Jake Intriago Lopez, Donovan Jackson, Ariadna Jaramillo Duarte, Stephen J., Jazir Jenkins, Kimora Johnson, Danielle Jones, Darrell Jones, Eliana Jones, Caleb Jones, Kiera Jones, Ada Joyce, Hai Young Jung, Manu Kamara, Caroline King, Talia King, Price Kirby, Liliana Kirk, Ladarius Knox, Kiera Kwasnak, Elijah Lane, Sergio Laris Bautista, Kamari Lawson, Tina Lee, Alina Lee, Gabrielle Lee, Maya Lee, Sage Lewis, Jacqueline Leet, JC LaFleur, Takari Leggett, Caleb Leitner, Amanda Ginas Dominguez, Alana Lockhart, Jordana Lore Velez, Caitlin Lopez, Peyton Lore, Jania Luden, Kevin Liu, Ryan Lee, Jonathan Mace, Caden Macedo, Elmer Machuca Herrera, Hector Macias Constante, Donovan Maddox, Nicholas Mallion, Jacob Mann, Anthony Martin, Isaiah Martin, Morgan Mattier, Hudson Max, Talia Main, Caitlin Mazariego, Marcus Mazur Santini, Anaya McClellan, Kendra McClure, Patrick McCullough, Zoe McElroy, Amaya McFadden, Malia McIver, Jocelyn McKnight, Lyric McMillan, Kayla McPherson, Chloe McVeigh, Charlie Meadowell, Daniela Jasmine Mejia Calix, Eduardo Mianeta Vargas, Ian Mera Robles, Darren Marchand Leon, Abriana Miller, Jalea Miller, Shaughnessy Miller, Ashton Mitchell, David Mitchin, Morgan Mons, Alan Montero Fuentes, Marcus Montgomery Jr., Henry Montez, Cameron Moore, Christian Moore, David Moore, Kayla Morea, Jalen Morris, Braden Morris, Sangsuli Monivang, Anthony Mutabazi, Azaria Nash, Jackson Nash, Isabella Navarro, Dynasty Neal, Narada Nesbitt II, Marcarius Newman, Paula Newman, Brian No, Dennis Wynn, Kong Wynn, Nam Wynn, Tennyson Wynn, Tu Wynn, Troy Wynn, Sophie Nieves, Renaya North, Kevin Nova Vanegas, Amir Noon Jordan, Liam O'Reilly, Alexa Ocampo, Liani Ortiz, Shirley Ovajes, Kamani Paget, Malachi Parker, Brandon Parlato, Krish Patel, Jarek Patolsky, Daniela Perdoma Bolanos, Rachel Perez, Sophia Perez, Zuni Perez, Thomas Perez Espinosa, Malia Perry,
Jania Pettigrew, Dylan Pham, Courtney Philippi, Jania Phillips, London Phillips, Carson Famagonce, Brandon Pineda Ayala, Aaliyah Pittman, Micaiah Pittman, Madison Powers, Delaney Prendergast, Caleb Prunty, James Curls, Michael Quick, Brian Ramirez Jackson, Curtis Rayner, Leon Reed, Daniel Resení Larumbe, Leslie Reyes Garcia, Dylan Reyes, Darius Richards, Jordan Riggins, Natalia Rio Hernandez, Jaila Rios, Dylan Rivera, Angela Rivera Castro, Caleb Robbins, Ella Roberts, Brooke Robinson, Micah Robinson, Michaela Robinson, Matthew Rodriguez, Matthew Roncancio Marino, Mariana Roney, Kayla Browse, Alex Rockdashell, Caitlin Rufert, Kamani Russell, Angelina Saldana, Celia Sanabria Cruz, Elijah Sanchez, Esmarlene Sanchez, Nicole Sanchez, Lisbeth Sanchez Santana, Madison Schultz, Ryan Schultz, Mariuri Serrano Amaya, Nadia Sese,
Aliana Shabani, William Sickle, Layla Singleton, Zachary Skinner, Fiona Smakichi, Callie Smith, Nehemiah Smith, Nigel Smith, Madeline Sobreon, Trinity Splon, Blake Springer Batten, Carter Staub, Kiera Steininger, Justin Stevenson, Desmond Stokes, Tracy Suggs, Trinity Sullivan, Maya Sutton, Brianna Swinton, Fu Ta, Kira Taylor, Jarrett Terrell, Cynthia Terrera Rodriguez, Nazaria Thomas, Kaya Thornton, Nyla Tillman, Riley Tyndall, Justin Tinoco, Patience Tosi, Alex Tran, Joshua Truesdale, Danielle Trujillo Lara, Angie Oyoa, Justin Umanzor, Mauricio Valencia Orlate, Mia Vasquez Garcia, Angel Vasquez Goracieta, Adriel Vasquez, Braylon Walker, Jordan Walker, Ariana Walters, Dylan Washer, Timothy Washington, Emery Watkins, Ella Waring, Kingston Welch, Alana Wheeler, Ajay White, Jaden White, Jordan Whitlock, Lorelai Wilkinson, Lauren Wilson, Alicia Williams, Carissa Williams, Morgan Williams, Brent Wingard, Yasmin Wright Capers, Mackenzie Young.
Will the class of 2024 please stand? By the authority vested in me as principal of Palisades High School, and by the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction and the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Board of Education, I now pronounce you the inaugural graduates of Palisades High School, class of 2024. You may now turn your tassels.